is Redhound Productions broadcast of Corbin Redhound football. I'm Randy McCarg. We're at Campbell Field for tonight's game between the Leslie County Eagles and our Corbin Redhounds. It's a cool, rainy night. Got Mike Goforth, my partner, here with me as always, and Jason Snell on the camera. As we look and we see the captains are at midfield and they've had the coin toss. And that was the worst job I've ever seen of signaling who won the toss, because I could not see what he was doing there. I think the Redhounds won the coin toss, Mike. But before we get started here, real quick, I want to remind everybody that this broadcast is a product of Redhound Productions, and any reproduction or rebroadcast of this broadcast for any reason strictly prohibited without written consent from Redhound Productions. Also want to remind you that you can pre-order your football packages from Redhound Productions. You can do that by going to www.redhoundproductions.com on the internet, or you can call 528-4067 and talk to Michelle Payne. She will get you set. I want to remind you about our corporate sponsors. Angela Morris, Doctor of Audiology at Southeast Kentucky Audiology, located at 1707 Cumberland Falls Highway, Suite U7. You can call 528-9993 to schedule an appointment. Bluegrass Medical Center, located in Corbin, 1317 Cumberland Falls Highway, Suite B. Also in Williamsburg on U.S. Highway 25 South, Suite 2C. You can call and schedule your appointment at 523-5402. And the Tri-County Elks Lodge, number 2826, serving our communities, state, and country since 1868. For more information on joining the local lodge, you can call 523-1076 or visit them at 207 North Main Street in Corbin.
Well, Leslie County enters the game tonight 2-5. Corbin comes in at 6-1. One common opponent I see is Hazard. Corbin defeated Hazard here at home, 27-7. Looking back at the Leslie County schedule, they lost to Hazard at their home, 33-6, and that appears to be the only common opponent so far. Caleb Watkins had a very big game last week for Corbin and entered the record books there with a phenomenal performance, and I noticed that he's got written up also in the Lexington Herald Leader about that accomplishment. 8 touchdowns and 451 all-purpose yards in an 85-34 victory over Knott County Central. Only 4 players have scored more touchdowns in state football history. Don Gullett, who of course went on to be a Cincinnati Red and then the New York Yankee as a pitcher. Don was a very fine high school football player in Kentucky. He had 11 touchdowns in 1968. Billy Bird of Corbin had 10 against Williamsburg in 1959. Herbie Phelps of Old Kentucky Home had 10 against Louisville Catholic Country Day. And Montquinte Gibson of Louisville Moore had 9 against Shawnee in 2001. Caleb had 275 yards and 5 touchdowns and also caught a 23-yard touchdown pass. Also had a couple of kickoffs, big returns, 75 yards and 78 yards.
I believe what was that, about 451 all-purpose yards.
So big performance there. There were a number of factors. Caleb was on. Second factor, Knott County Central was not real strong at tackling. And it was clear that some of their players were intimidated by Caleb. They had just a couple of young men on that team that were willing to try to wrap him up. Other than that, they'd run alongside Caleb for a few seconds and watch him go.
Well, one thing about that trip to the mountains, you guys, it did pay off. You had an opportunity to see some history there. So Redhounds now take the field. A little bit of confusion as we start this game. We are without the scoreboard down to the right.
And it does appear, as you said, Knott County, or Leslie County rather, is going to kick off to Corbin. They've got the kicker and the tee out there.
Well, it's very different atmosphere here tonight at Campbell Field than what we normally see. Not many fans in the stands here on the Leslie County side, and really not very many fans in the stands on the Corbin side, as it's been a wet, cold day, and looks like a lot of folks chose to stay home. Leslie County, of course, not expecting to give the Redhounds a big game here, Mike. And that probably has a lot to do with it also.
Yeah, a little attempt at an average little kick there. Not quite an onside kick, but just barely above it. But we're going to get great field position at the 38-yard line.
Well, we'll see if the Redhounds, we were talking earlier before the game about how the Redhounds this year, their MO is to come out and start slow. See if they can shake that off. Last week, it about got them, didn't it?
Yeah, we were only up by 2 at halftime, 26-24 over a team we were heavily favored to beat and wound up beating them big, but we did start a little slow. Roman Mitchell at quarterback. Fritz with the carry. No, Roman keeps it. And would have been just as well to hand it off. I think we lost on that, Randy.
Not a very impressive way to start. Well, that field is really in bad shape, Mike. Now, last weekend they had band competition over here, and that's about as bad as I've ever seen this field look.
Well, he got about 2 feet on that play there, so Roman gets positive yardage on the keeper. And I wish the band was sitting over there tonight. It adds a lot when they're here to play the fight song and a few other tunes.
Sure does.
Caleb Watkins with the ball. He's got about 5 yards. Third and what, a long 4?
Yeah, I believe 5. That. Well, I see a clock operating down there. But, of course, I'm certain that's not the right time. I don't know. You think that could be the right time, Mike?
Let's hope. It says 10:53 on the clock. We're about at that in the first quarter, roughly. Number 60, Nick Howington at center. Caleb Watkins with a big carry. First down yardage. 83 for Leslie County brings him down. Cody Hensley, a senior.
Well, I tell you, I was over at the field house this afternoon, Mike. I was picking up my son Cody from practice there, middle school practice. I was looking at the record board over there in the weight area, and if those numbers that are on there are correct, I'm sure they are, showing Watkins there doing 300 on his bench and 500 on his squat.
Fritz with the ball. Big carry. He's close to first down yardage.
300 bench and 500 squat, that's pretty impressive. And, you know, we knew that all along. He's a pretty strong kid.
I was thinking he was the pound-for-pound man down there. Is that what your understanding?
I think so, yes.
11-yard pickup for a first down. Ryan Fritz down to about the 34-yard line. We will miss this group of seniors. I wonder every year when we see these seniors graduate what's going to happen next year, but we just seem to reload and come back.
Yeah. Nice block right there by, I believe that's Taylor.
Down to about the 27-yard line with Caleb Watkins carrying.
Matthew Taylor, number 26, had a nice block back there.
That sprung him there, didn't it?
Yes.
If the clock's to be trusted, it's at about 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Clock ticking, first quarter. No score yet, underline yet.
Redhounds are driving.
15 Ben House wide right. 42 Watkins, 26 Taylor, and 8 Fritz in the backfield. Watkins.
Breaks a tackle, and this one will go to the house. Touchdown Redhounds.
What about a 26, 27-yard touchdown run? Caleb Watkins.
Well, he breaks one tackle, and that was it.
And the Corbin fire truck sounds off.
We expect to hear that a few more times tonight, I think.
Well, let's hope. 33, Okuma. To kick, number 1, Josh Jewell to hold. Yeah, barely through there. 7-0. We'll be right back with the Corbin kickoff.
All right, Caleb Watkins had a touchdown run to put the Redhounds up 6-0. Okuma adds the extra point. It's 7-0 Redhounds at the 8:57 mark of the first quarter from Campbell Field.
Let's look at these predictions. Randy, you said 42-12 Corbin. Jason, the cameraman, 54-7 Corbin. I said 59-18 Corbin. And Casey from Leslie County, who's on their camera, says 35-14 Corbin. Kick was down to about the 18-yard line, and they get out to about the 27.
That was a decent return there. So the Redhounds go on defense now.
Quarterback number 8.
Troy Napier.
For Leslie County.
He's a sophomore.
Gives to 83. Hensley. Not much there. I see 81 Aaron Mann's getting up out of there. Did you catch any other tacklers there? 81 Mann's getting the high five. I think he had it.
Well, as you say that, Mike, I believe as this game progresses, it's going to become a little bit harder to pick those tacklers up because I don't think they're going to stay very clean here. I mean, those numbers are going to be muddy here in a little bit.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. .31 Blake Brown with the carry. He's their leading ground gainer on the season. The gentleman from Leslie County told us that he's only played running back the past 2 games at 246 yards in those 2 games.
Looked like Matthew Taylor in there on the tackle for the Redhounds.
Looks like no gain once again, or a short loss. Now, if the clock's correct, it's down to 7:50 and counting. First quarter, Corbin up 7-0. .83 to throw this one. Overthrown. So Hensley was throwing, looking in the direction of Dustin Ballard, 25. It's going to bring up 4th down and right about 10.
Quick 3 and done there. So Matthew Taylor drops back. Well, he's going to come forward now and be Caleb Watkins back there set to return this punt.
That might be an omen. Punter standing at the 15. High snap, but he gets it. We're going to block it if he gets that out of there. No, we bring him down. 17-yard line. Corbin takes over.
The excellent field position.
I don't know that he'd have got it out of there even with a good snap, but the high snap, that took him an extra second or 2, and he just did not have time to deliver it.
Did him in, didn't it?
Was 26 Taylor in on that tackle?
Yeah, several Redhounds on that. And 17-yard line, 1st and 10, Redhounds.
26 Taylor to the right, 42 Watkins to the left.
He's got a man wide open.
Ben House, incomplete. Almost had it.
Yeah, he was wide open there, Mike. He catches that one. That's 6. He was in the end zone.
Ben's had a good senior season so far. Randy, you've been quite busy with the middle school football, and they're starting the state playoffs tomorrow. Both 7th and 8th grade squads won their conference championships.
Been a very successful year for the middle school program once again, Mike.
Quick handoff to Matthew Taylor. He's to the 13, 14.
The 7th grade squad defeated South Laurel this week in the championship game. Of course, the Redhounds belong to the Southeastern Kentucky Middle School Conference. And 7th grade wins the championship. They go through the regular season and with one loss, only one loss. That was to Clay County, the mini pigskin classic earlier in the year. And so Coach Wendell Foley's done another great job. Of course, he took his 7th grade squad last year to be state runner-up.
Yes.
Whoa.
A couple people jumped. Let's see what they're going to call there.
I believe that's on the Redhounds. The Redhounds are backing up.
Well, I wondered if the defense had encroached and made contact first, but apparently not.
Apparently not. The 8th grade squad, Mike, they had another knockdown drag-out game with Somerset Meese in the championship game. Won that one 14-12, and so they are conference champions.
Fantastic. 3rd and 11 play. Watkins with the carry. He romps into the end zone. Touchdown.
House. It's almost too easy, isn't it?
13-0 now at 6:21 on the clock. First quarter.
Well, Mike, I don't want to fail to mention that 8th grade squad undefeated this season. They did have a game against Glasgow, which due to a serious injury was suspended. They were trailing in that game, but they were driving in the 4th quarter when that injury took place.
Okuma's extra point kick looks good. It is. Corbin up 14-0. Well, Randy, while we're waiting for the kickoff here, last week we got to interview Jason Snell. Jason's served in the United States military, the Army, and a little stint in the Navy, which we didn't get to talk about, but we might come back to that. And he's been to Iraq and Afghanistan. Now, you also, before we had a conflict of that nature going on, you had a chance to serve in the U.S. military. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And what branch did you serve in?
United States Marine Corps.
And when you were discharged, you were what, commandant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually the assistant commandant, but...
Okay, where'd you go to boot camp?
San Diego, California.
Oh,
A proud Hollywood Marine.
Some people have it tough, I tell you.
Yeah.
And where else did you go after that?
Well, I went to school, and actually it was Camp Johnson, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and went from there. Actually had a chance, Mike, to go to Hawaii. Graduated near the top of my class and had a choice to go to Hawaii, but that was a lengthy tour, and I actually chose to go to Okinawa.
Okay, Japan.
Yeah, went to Japan.
And then when you, after there, you served again back stateside?
Yep, came back and was stationed at Cherry Point, North Carolina.
Ball is loose on the kick, and they say Corbin has it at the 25-yard line.
All Redhounds.
Bad, this got worse for Leslie County.
It sure did.
Well, Randy, let me ask you this. You had an opportunity to serve in our military, and of course we're in a wartime now. Tell us, what do you think about as far as the value of military service, and if you have any thoughts on the current activities around the globe of the United States military?
Well, I'll tell you briefly, I didn't have such a exciting career as Jason did, but
you weren't serving at the opportune time.
But right before I got out, I got off active duty just 1st of January of 1981, and in October of 1980, if folks remember, the Beirut barracks were blown up over in Lebanon.
Yes.
And 300 Marines were killed. And I remember that was a morning that was etched into my memory because there was quite a bit of stir, as you can imagine, around the base. And then shortly thereafter in November, we had the action in Grenada, which was a short action, but there was a few things that did go on. Had the opportunity to see the President of the United States. I served under Ronald Reagan, and
fantastic.
I think, Mike, that everybody ought to do it. I think everybody should.
President Obama was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, but I saw an article, one of the national columnists wrote an article. He said, if anybody deserved a Peace Prize, maybe it's the American military forces who have served as peacekeepers in places like Bosnia and elsewhere. They really should have got that award instead of going to President Obama. I thought that was a good point.
I would tend to agree with that because President Obama, to the best of my knowledge, has not served in the military.
Well, of course, this was the Peace Prize, but the thought was, the peacekeepers, the military people, keeping the combatants apart.
They are the ones that do the biggest, take the biggest action in keeping the peace, I believe.
Maintain the peace.
Yes, they do.
Well, Randy, we also thank you for your service and commend you for your serving our country, as we did Jason last week.
Well, thank you.
Well, Corbin's moving in for a score.
No,
intercepted there. Roman Mitchell's pass floated just a little. Leslie County catches a break there, and that'll deny Corbin a score. Little horn blowing there for the Leslie County Eagles, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I see Eagles now on the back of the cheerleaders.
Yeah. Mike, this game's being played, from about the 30-yard line of Leslie County to the end zone. That's where the whole game's been played, I think.
Yeah.
Thus far.
Well, you commented the Corbin band hosted a band competition here, and that's one of the reasons the field's chewed up. I wish the band was here tonight to play.
I do
because
too.
It adds a lot to the games, and so I would encourage the band, if you're listening, try to be at these ball games. But you add a lot to them.
We miss you when you're not here. Watch out.
Good carry there by the quarterback for Leslie County. He had a big hole. It's number 8, Troy Napier. He's close to a first down. They're going to call second and about 1. Looks like they've marked him at about the 16-yard line. It is a quiet crowd on both sides overall.
It's hard for me to get excited, Mike.
We'll have to bring a drum or something and play, with no one here to bang the drum.
Uh-oh.
Well, we almost had him in the backfield.
Gets away. Some shifty running.
Finally, number 4, Ben Hoover, I think, had him.
Well, I think that the Eagles picked up their first down, didn't they?
Yeah, I think the PA announcer said 58 Goforth on the tackle. I don't think 4 is in there. I don't know where I picked that up.
I would be honest, Mike, I'm really surprised as I look out there. Those uniforms still look pretty clean on a lot of those Redhounds. As muddy as that field is.
Their pants are getting the worst of it, it looks like.
Watch out, Matthew Taylor.
Flag down, incomplete pass. That flag's right along the line by the side judge here. I wonder if a wide receiver or somebody was offsides.
Well, he's facing towards the Leslie County side, isn't he? Like he's going to go that direction with that ball.
It's a procedure call, he indicates, against Leslie. Maybe they had a man in motion.
Well, now they have first and what, about 15?
Might have had some illegal forward motion or something there. Can't tell who has the ball. His number is obscured by mud, but he gets brought down by 2 or 3 Corbin players. 33 Okuma, one of the tacklers. Do you get any others?
No, sir.
We can still read his number at this point. I think our white numbers are a little easier to tell even with a little mud on them. The Leslie County yellow and maroon's a little not as distinct.
Boy, I'd hate to have to wash those uniforms after this game.
Tied.
Yeah.
With stain release.
Yeah, stain release. Yeah. Yeah.
I bought some of that stain release. I couldn't tell any difference. So they're not going to get my money on that anymore. Watkins puts a big rush on, but he gets out of there.
Good pressure.
73 for Corbin, one of the tacklers. That would be Curtis Fields. They also say 44 Luke Osborne. PA announcer says had part of the tackle there.
Well, Mike, we was talking about the middle school football, and of course, by the time folks see this, well, it'll be long over, but pretty neat. They're made arrangements, and they're going to play at Union College. So Redhounds have the home games, and thought that was pretty neat. They were able to
It'll be a neat
make that
environment
happen
for the players, yeah.
Yeah. They have turf up there, of course.
Oh, okay, and give this wet, soggy field a rest.
That'll help also.
Pass is underway. There is a receiver there, but there are 2 defenders.
Oh!
Number 2, Mitchell Frederick, almost got the ball. That was third down play, and now brings up 4th and about 14. They say 4th and 15. I can't count. 14, 15, it's all the same.
2:07 on the clock here in the first quarter. Well, we should have a much more lively game there next week. I believe we have Middlesboro, don't we?
Yeah, and that's a big rivalry, historic rivalry. Now, they've not had a great season, but whenever you get Corbin and Middlesboro together, there's that history there of close, controversial games with Weir over the head of the snap with the snap. He steps on the end line. That'll make it a safety, I believe.
Yep.
So Corbin gets 2 points. And they've already got him on the board, 16-0, Corbin. And now Leslie County have a free kick from, is it the 20, Randy? I forget on
I believe it is the 20 where they'll have the free kick. Well, talking about that, Corbin was trying to get it put together to have this game that we're playing tonight played there at Union and have a triple header, if you will. And Leslie County just couldn't do it, and it's understandable. I was talking to Coach Brent Jackson, and he said, that they'd already made arrangements for food and travel and so forth, and just too difficult for them to change on that short of notice. But that would have really been neat.
Yeah. Leslie County, I think, went in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
They're going to put them down on the right end here. Post office end of the field. Now, as I recall, you have an option. You can punt or put it down and kick, but now normally teams will punt in this situation, trying to get better elevation.
I think that's right.
But I don't know. High school kickers, I guess it differs from team to team about who's more effective. Yeah, the side judges are standing at the 20 there, so that would appear to be the line. I think he gets a good punt underway.
Yes, he does.
Lands
over the head.
At the 37 and bounces to the 24.
That's number 4 there.
Ben Hoover. All the way to the 47, so about a 20-yard return after he picked it up.
Nice return. So the Redhounds have good field position, and they're on their side of the field momentarily.
Ben is in his sophomore season. And if the clock is correct, 1:54 remaining. First quarter with the Corbin with a 16-point lead. Here comes a muddy football splashing off the field. One muddy pigskin.
Boom.
Boom, big hit in the backfield. We don't do too well on that play.
Good defense right there.
Fritz is met in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss. That may have been Ryan's first carry, and it would be when there's not much blocking.
I tell you, Mike, I was sitting here thinking, and I'm going to be interested to hear part 2 of your interview with Jason Snell over there. I missed the first part, but I believe this soldier going to the Navy, I think that'd be very interesting.
Yeah, we're going to have to get into that.
Yeah.
Matthew Taylor takes a snap, pitches to Caleb Watkins, and they get him in the backfield for a big loss. Back to the 35-yard line. Now, if the linemen picked up on running backs maybe being real cocky and thinking they do it all themselves, every now and then you might hear of a line that just lays down and lets the defense come on through and plaster the back in the backfield, but I kind of doubt that's what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening, but
Leslie's just kind of, got a little wind in their sails all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We're all the way back to the 35-yard line. We've got to come across midfield and to the 44 for a first down. For Hoover. Boom. Well, the Leslie County defense, they're fired up and they're hitting hard right now.
Well, that's a good series for them right there. Well, I tell you, Mike, really on the serious side now, I'm thinking that probably alarms the coach, because he last week, as you said, you saw it, the tough first half they had against Knott County, and now he comes in here and he's got 16-0 lead, and then all of a sudden they're pushing them back. And
Yeah, something changed here all of a sudden.
yeah, I'm sure he's not pleased with that at all.
Perhaps the Leslie County coach made some adjustments.
Well, that is the end of the first quarter play here at muddy, soggy, cold Campbell Field. 16-0 Redhounds in the lead. And at the end of the first quarter, we'll take a break, and we'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment.
And we're back. Corbin to punt. Good snap. Good punt. Lands at the 31, bounces to the 26.
Whoa, nice coverage.
Number 2, Mitchell Frederick, sophomore, comes in there and gets him. Did the ball get loose? A little bit of shoving and pushing there.
I think they're trying to wrestle it away down there.
Yeah, some of the Leslie County players was pushing on our number 22, Derek
Mahan. I think he was down there trying to fight that ball away from him.
All right, so Leslie will have the ball starting out at about the 24-yard line, their own 24. Here early in the second quarter with Corbin up by 16.
There's a few of the Leslie County fans that are into this game. We can hear them down here.
They get a little fired up there. Well, a good hard carry into the line, and then he gets hit. About a 1-yard pickup. Not sure who came in there to put the lick on. Hard to tell from this angle. PA announcer said 33 Okuma, and I think he said somebody else had part of that tackle. Assuming he's correct. He may not have had any better view of it than we did.
Yeah.
Quick handoff first back, and he gets through there for about 3 or 4 yards. Now, we saw that play a lot last week in the first half from Knott County Central. They were doing it real quick, like a belly, so just real quick into the line. And they were squirting through there for 3 or 4 or 5 yards, and sometimes several yards. And they really killed us with that first half. So, I don't know, Leslie picked up a few yards there on a similar play.
That's unusual, too, from all the games that we've done this year, Mike. Normally, the Redhounds are really stout on that run defense. Really difficult to run on them up the middle normally.
Yeah, 3rd and about 6.5 here. Timeout's being called. Leslie County coach wants to talk it over and get a good play. I guess we could remind everyone that this broadcast is the property of Redhound Productions. No rebroadcast, no copying, no whatever without express written permission. And you got to get up with this lady named Michelle Payne at Redhound Productions at 528-4067 if you even want to discuss something like that. And then, as Randy's told you earlier, our 3 corporate sponsors, Dr. Angela Morris, Doctor of Audiology, Bluegrass Medical Center, located in Corbin and Williamsburg, and the Tri-County Elks Lodge in downtown Corbin. What do they do down there at the Elks Lodge, Randy? Do they wear an elk hat, or I've never been in? Is it like a moose hat, like at the Moose Lodge, or what do they do at the Elks?
I've wondered often about that, and I must be honest with you, Mike. When I think about when I just hear that name Elks Lodge, and no disrespect intended, but I think about the water buffalo on the Flint. Fred and Barney were water buffaloes.
Yeah, yeah.
And they wore hats.
Yeah. Well, that may be why I think that, because I grew up watching the Flintstones as a little guy,
And Jackie Gleason also, wasn't he? Didn't he wear a coon?
He was
skin?
in some loyal order of something.
Yeah.
I recall that.
Yeah.
That was what, on I Love Lucy or something, or another show?
Oh, the Honeymooners.
Okay, the Honeymooners.
Yeah. Ooh, nice defense right there.
Watkins batted that down. 4th down play upcoming.
That was really nice defense right there by Watkins.
He wasn't on his back before the ball got there, though, was he?
No.
No? Oh, okay. All right. I just asked him.
Hey, you really missed a good game there the other night, the Somerset Meese and Corbin game. I tell you, Mike, that was one of the best middle school football games I've seen. But you know yourself when those two teams play. But it was a 14-12 game. But boy, I mean, some hard hitting and physical game. It was a really good football game.
Well, I know in prior years that was a good game always with Somerset Meese. 4th down play. They're in punt formation. Taylor and Watkins back deep. They're kicking for the sideline, and it goes out to 46.
Well,
47.
Good field position.
So Corbin takes over on the Leslie County side of the 50. And the Leslie County players, for some reason, are muddier looking than the Corbin players. Why is that?
They are, aren't they? I don't know if it's just that color.
I'm thinking that yellow just really shows the mud.
You know, the gray pants of the Redhounds, though, you'd think that they would really...
The red jerseys, for some reason, stand up better to the mud. It doesn't obscure. Matthew Taylor to take the snap. He has Fritz, Hoover, and Watkins in the backfield. Gives to Watkins.
What a run.
Caleb fights for about 9 yards.
Good effort there, as always, by Caleb.
Now, the Leslie County players seem to be tackling better than we saw the Knott County players tackle last week. They're willing to try to wrap him up. But, you know, Caleb's so strong, sometimes he'll shed the tackle.
Yes, he will.
4 Hoover to the right, 15 House to the left. Taylor again to take the snap. Fritz and Watkins in the backfield. Quick handoff. No, Matthew Taylor keeps it. He fooled me. Good carry. First down yardage. I thought Fritz had it. I was wrong.
Nice play right there.
He's down to about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Corbin.
Well, why is it that Matthew's running at the quarterback position?
Yeah, I hope number 12, Roman Mitchell, is okay. I'm now looking over there. I see Roman standing right at the 50-yard line, right on the line. He looks okay.
Yeah, okay, I found him.
Let's hope there's no injury there. He may just be. Watkins with the carry. Good running. He's down to the 20, 21. They're just letting Roman rest a little. And have Matthew, you know, a few more snaps under his belt. Now, if Matthew got in shotgun formation, we could say this is the Wildcat.
Yeah, that's right. That is all the rage, isn't it?
Yeah. Taylor keeps, gets away from a couple of tacklers. Uh-oh, but not that one. Well, a little bit of a loss on that play. Back to the 29-yard line. 3rd down, about 6. Now we're down to 8 minutes, 16 seconds. Clock ticking here in the second quarter of action. Corbin up by 16. And John Simon's come in the press box. He's wanting to sell some pencils and some spirit cards if you want to buy a few.
I think I'm good tonight.
Okay. He's tried to sell me a spirit card about 10 times. I already had one. Taylor hands to Watkins.
Whoa!
Big tackle there. Let's see if we can figure out who brought him down. 60. Is that 61 maybe?
Yeah, I believe so.
Randon Collett's what the roster says. 6'1", 275. Well, he's a hoss. And he brought down another hoss. Sort of threw him down. Almost slammed him.
I tell you this, I'm impressed with the way Leslie County's playing.
They've got some tough fellas up there.
They came to play football tonight.
Yeah, they're tough, physical. Taylor hands to Watkins. Nifty run there, getting away from a few tacklers. Combination of finesse and strength and speed and all that. Agile, mobile, hostile. What else?
It makes me want to think of that, Superman when he came on. Faster than a speeding locomotive.
Speeding bullet.
Speeding bullet.
Racing locomotive. Yeah. Okay.
Able to leap tall buildings with a single bound.
Yeah, I'll go for that. 15 House to the left, 4 Hoover to the right, 8 Fritz, 42 Watkins in the backfield. Aaron Mann's 81 at right tight end. Fritz, ball. I see one official pointing to the ground, and he points Corbin's way, so Corbin keeps the ball.
Well, I tell you, maybe next year we can get us a sideline reporter. I'd really be interested to know why that the Redhounds are going with Matthew Taylor. Now, of course, there's been a couple games I have not been able to attend, and you've been to all of them.
He's taken a few snaps each game, yeah. We're down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and goal from there. Roughly no gain on the play. 4 Hoover to the right, 15 House left. Matthew Taylor again up under center. Gives to Watkins. And Caleb is into the end zone.
That's House. Touchdown Redhounds.
That makes it 22-0.
5:50 on the clock here in the second quarter.
Number 1 Jewel to hold on the extra point attempt, and we have number 12 Roman Mitchell to attempt this extra point kick. Maybe they were resting Roman, so he'd be ready to kick. Straight on kicker, nice looking kick. Yep. Right through there. Corbin 23, Leslie County 0. We'll be right back for the Corbin kickoff.
All right, we're back to Redhound football on RBS Channel 18 and Redhound Productions.
Short pooch kick, 31-yard line. Boom.
Good pursuit, good coverage there on the kick.
I see number 40, number 10 Mason Woods, number 3 for Corbin. 3 is Wes Tipton. 40, Nick Mills, or 1 or 2 others I think in on the tackle.
A whole pack of Redhounds on that tackle.
So 34-yard line, Leslie County takes over. Their own 34. Well, here on this field, they're all ours, but it's their side of the 50 for right now. Good run there by Leslie for about an 8-yard pickup. 33 Okuma. Number 6, is that Jewel? No, Devin Souders.
Devin Souders.
Souders, senior, in on the tackle. And 33 Okuma, who is a junior. 2nd and about 1.5 yards to go.
See Matt Jewell in there.
Yeah, Matt had 3 or 4 tackles last week, came in and played effectively. Second half especially. We clogged that up well.
Ball is loose. You're going to call him down. Oh, no, they're not. Redhound football.
33 Okuma, one of the tacklers. I think there were
I believe they're giving him credit. Did they give him credit for covering that fumble?
That may be what the PA announcer was saying. I think you're right. 5:02 on the clock. Late here in the second quarter of play. And again, 26 Matthew Taylor comes into the huddle with the play. And from here, I couldn't tell whether he was down when the ball came out or not, but some of the Leslie fans, from their angle, they said it looked like he was down. They're not happy with that call by the officials. I don't recognize this. Well, a few of the officials I've seen before. 4 Hoover with the ball.
He's still on his feet, Mike, going down the sideline. Still on his feet.
He gets down to about the 20-yard line, maybe about the 17.
Nice run on that reception.
They say he's all the way down. Looks like they're marking him about the 17. So, what about a 23-yard pickup or so?
Yeah, nice run right there by Vin Hoover. 4:52 on the clock here in the first half.
Ronald marks about the 18-yard line.
Redhounds threatening again.
Number 60, Nick Howington at center, leads the team up to the line. Three backs in the backfield. Fritz. Ryan gets a yard or two there, down to about the 14, so about a 4-yard pickup. Second and a long 6. More like 7. So closer to a 3-yard pickup. .42 Watkins is split wide left. Thor Hoover gets the ball.
He's in there.
Leslie County fans are lobbying for a holding call on the play.
Touchdown, Redhounds.
I don't see a flag. I think some of the Leslie County fans are going to go down along the fence line and do a little hollering at the officials. Yeah, in fact, one of the coaches for Leslie County's giving them what's what too, and there's the flag for the protest by the coach. He's probably saying you missed a holding call there. I didn't see it. Did you?
I didn't.
A lot of these people are convinced they saw it. The teams went ahead with the extra point, but the head official was not ready for it. And they're not.
What will they do here?
Not going to wave it off. So the score is 30-0. Corbin up with 3:59 on the clock, and the Leslie County fans are now a bit upset. And we'll remind everybody, if you're ever at a ball game and you're not happy with an official, you can't threaten to or actually hit or strike an official, because those are criminal offenses. So
yes.
I hope the Leslie County people remember that. Plus, just, remember to behave themselves generally. But they're not happy right now.
No, they're not. And it is actually a group of ladies.
Well,
women.
I guess they can get emotional.
Oh, well.
Our problem is they're pretty close to us. They might be up here tearing the booth up next.
Yeah. Well, Mike, we've had a few moments when we wondered, haven't we, over the years?
Roman Mitchell gets the kick. Good kick. Down to the 15. 56 for Corbin, leads the charge down, gets the first contact, Cody Harp. The line of scrimmage is going to be right about the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Leslie. They've got 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining here in the first half of play, so they have plenty of time if they put a drive together and get on the board here before half.
They changed. They went up to the secondary defense.
We got some different players in on defense.
Yeah, I've noticed the last series he's shuffled some new faces in there.
First back has it. Met quickly. 33 Okuma's got him, and 1 or 2 others come in to help. Remind me, 44 is Luke Osborne, is that right? Luke had part of that tackle too.
We're at the 3:36 mark of the first half. 30-0 Redhounds.
They got about 2 yards on that play, so 2nd and 8.
I noticed the middle school team gathering down there in the end zone. As we said, they're going to be recognized here at half.
Good deal. So we need to keep Jason, the cameraman, from leaving so he can film that introduction of the champions. Conference champs. Penalty flag on that play, might be an interference call. Leslie County player is clapping his hands. Jason's got the big eyes, and he says, I never go anywhere. That's true. He hangs right by that camera.
He might need a break here at half to prepare for his part 2 interview.
Well, he might need to prepare his comments.
Yeah. I'm really interested to hear that story.
You want to write it out first? He shakes his head no. He's just going to wing it. All right, first down on the penalty there against Corbin. So the ball comes up to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Leslie, and 3:08 remaining here in the half. So they've got time to come down and do something. Quarterback looks to throw, complete. Met quickly though, was at 33 Okuma. Brings him down.
That's him.
Gets about 2 or 3 yards though on the play. 2nd and about 7.
Number 33.
Second down and play here.
Nifty little throw there. Ooh. And he gets first down yardage out of it. Some hard hitting there.
Yeah.
In the back for Leslie. Kept pushing forward. Fell forward. Got his first down.
That's a big first down play for them. They've got 2:09 to work with here still in the first half.
Up to the 48.5-yard line. Big run there for about 8 yards. Was it 26 Taylor got the tackle there?
Yep. I believe that was Matthew.
It's very close to the first though once he came down. 2nd and 1.
I believe you got it, don't you, Mike?
Looks like it. It's very close. We have to measure on this one. No, they're saying just a little short. I think the side judge thinks that maybe they need to take a look and see if that's a first or not. The head official, though, is just camped out back there in the backfield area. I think he's waiting for the side judge to say we better measure or not. But timeout is called by Leslie County.
Actually, watching that referee, he doesn't move too good, does he?
Looks like he might have an injury to a leg or knee. And I have seen that head official before, but a couple of these others I'm not acquainted with. Now they're getting around to looking. Now they're going to measure it. Yeah, I think he's suffered an injury of some sort. They're going to bring the chains on and measure this, but they're going to have to wait because they got the team in the way. That's just going to hold things up, bringing the chains out now. I think the head official was waiting for a signal from the side judge about maybe, whether they needed to measure or not, and he didn't see anything. What, about 2 feet short? 3rd and about 2 feet. Incomplete. 13 Dylan Reed reaches in. Penalty flag out. Let's see what the call is.
Who's he flagging here?
He threw it late.
I'm almost wondering if he's not calling it against Leslie.
The head official signals pass interference against Corbin.
Well,
that'll make a first down for Leslie with 1:12 left in the half. Good run there by the running back. 33 Okuma and 6
Devin Sellers
on the tackle.
There's a pass. He's got a man wide open at the 10. Touchdown, Leslie.
13 Dylan Reed was on defense there, and the receiver got behind him. 30-6, 25 seconds remaining in the half.
So Leslie will try the extra point here. 25 seconds on the clock. I want to remind folks, I don't know if I did there earlier, Mike, that they can pre-order their football packages by going www.redhoundproductions.com.
They go for 2 and they get it. 30-8.
They can order those by going to www.redhoundproductions.com, or they can call 528-4067. That's Redhound Productions. Speak to Michelle Payne. She's the boss down there. She will take your order and fix you up. I believe that the prices are at this month are running at $50 for a 7th grade package or 8th grade package, and I believe the high school package is $60. And someone might say, well, why the difference in price? And that is because the middle school packages, there are a few games that are not on there. The bulk of the season is in the set, but there are a couple of away games that we don't have, whereas the high school package includes all the games.
Well, we hear that something went wrong with our camera on at least one high school game. You can get the video, but on one of them you don't get to hear you and me talking for some reason. I think it was the South Laurel game or something.
Oh, my, that was the, I'm sure that's what they want to hear is
some malfunction of the camera. I'm sure the cameraman didn't do anything.
I'm sure he didn't have a thing to do with that.
25 seconds left in the half.
He's smiling over there.
Yeah, 22 points, onside kick. 15 covers that for Corbin. Remind me of who 15 is. That's Ben House.
Ben House.
Senior wide receiver. I should have remembered that. I'm getting old, I tell you. Old between the ears. Ben did a good job covering that there. I have not seen Brady Foley in yet. Have you got a report on Brady? Is he out?
Now that you mention that, I haven't heard anything.
Brady has not played to my knowledge yet tonight. Maybe he's banged up. We might get a halftime report on that.
We may have to check into there.
26 Taylor, hands off to 4 Hoover. Penalty flag into the area where it'd be holding. A good 13-yard gain, but it may come back due to holding. Clock stops at 14 seconds in the half.
Well, as I look across the way there, Mike, I see Brady is in street clothes. Finally.
Might be out injured then.
Spotted him down there. Perhaps he's been sick.
Been a lot of that. We had a few young men out last week due to illness.
.14 seconds on the clock. Holding penalty against the Redhounds, so it'll be first down and 10 from the 42-yard line. They're on 42-yard line.
And the clock runs.
And that'll be it. So that'll be the end of the first half of action here from Campbell Field in this district matchup between the Eagles and the Redhounds. And the halftime score is 30-8. Redhounds on top.
Time for hot dogs and hot chocolates.
And hot chocolates, yeah. And I don't know, Mr. Cameraman, do we have
that's right.
some film here? We might stick around here for just a moment and get the 8th grade. I don't know if it's going to be just the 8th grade or maybe the 7th and 8th grade.
They've got quite a few young men there.
They're going to recognize them.
Now, Brent Jackson is your head coach of the 8th grade squad, and he oversees the entire middle school program.
Right.
Wendell Foley's head coach for the 7th grade squad.
Yep.
And now, some of the other coaches.
On the 8th grade squad, you have Coach Tim Massingale, and you also have Coach Jeff Barnett. That's your 7th grade squad being recognized there. Head coach Wendell Foley, the little guy to his left, that's J.T. Gentry there. That's Coach Foley's.
What position does J.T. play?
He's a multi-purpose player. Yeah. And of course, 7th grade squad, they are conference champions.
And now the 8th grade squad walks on.
I was going to say that's Coach Wendell Foley. He also has Coach Mark Payne and Coach Sam Miller and Chance Hendrickson, his coaching staff.
Now we got some big young men there. I see number 78 for the 8th grade squad. What's that young man's name?
James Lundy.
James is a big young man.
Of course, PA announcer mentioned 11-0, and they'll be playing in the state playoffs tomorrow also. Again, that's Coach Jackson, Coach Massingale, and Coach Barnett, and also Coach Craig Owens.
Excellent. Well, congratulations to the middle school teams for a good season so far, and we wish them continued success in the playoffs.
Yeah, and before we go, we'll mention that 8th grade squad, of course, Mike, we remember they were state runner-up as 7th graders last year, so maybe they've got a real good shot maybe of going back up there this year.
Excellent. Folks, we'll be right back with the second half kickoff.
Football on RBS Channel 18 and Redhound Productions. I'm Randy McCarg with Mike Goforth and our cameraman Jason Snell. We're getting ready to start second half action with the Redhounds up 30-8, firmly in command here over the Leslie County Eagles in a big district matchup. They're getting ready to kick, and as we get started here, we've got Coach Brent Jackson, the middle school's head coach, 8th grade, and he's also the general manager of the middle school football program down there. And as Roman Mitchell's getting set to boot this one off, when he gets it booted off there, Coach Jackson's going to spend a few minutes with us, and we're going to talk a little bit about the middle school football program and what they're doing down there and the accomplishments that they've had. So Roman moves on the ball and kicks. We're underway here, and through the receiver's hands down there around the 5, picks it up, and he's looking for a place to run. Now he cuts back to the left sideline, and not a bad run there, Coach. He gets it back out around the 20. It's
pretty good. He ran into the mosh pit over there, the bud hole. I think that slowed him down, but he made a nice cut to get back there on the outside.
Boy, that field I mentioned in the first half, that's the worst I've ever seen it. They had band competition, I believe, last week that got it in bad shape with the weather and everything.
Right. It's taking a lot of wear and tear, and it just saturated. It's holding just a huge amount of water, and obviously you can see that tonight. And one good thing about it for us, we get to travel to Union tomorrow to play on the turf. So that's
what we want to talk about a little bit as they run it up off the right side. Pack of Redhounds meet him there. Well, want to talk to Coach Jackson here real quick and find out a little bit about the program. And as I've mentioned in the first half, Coach, both the 7th and 8th grade squads, a lot of success this year. One loss but for the 7th grade, and that was to Clay County early in the season. And then, of course, your 8th grade squad undefeated. And I always do mention that Glasgow game where there was a serious injury. It did turn out to be okay, but we were trailing in that game in the 4th quarter, but we were also driving.
Yeah. Very scary incident. Probably one of the most threatening collisions I've seen in a long time. And yeah, and as you said, the young man's fine, and he's actually playing again. He'll play tomorrow, as a matter of fact, again in their first round playoff game in the state. And but yeah, just a tragic thing. Looked like it was going to be a harrowing situation with an injury, but ended up it was okay, and it got him back, and looks like everything's okay.
I don't know, you've been around it longer than I have, but that's the first time I had seen a helicopter land on a football field and have to fly a kid out.
First time ever. You knew it was serious when you had 2 or 3 doctors down there, and they were all in agreement that they needed to get something done quick and something pretty immediate with a helicopter, and so that was something that was just a different experience for us to be a witness to that.
Third down play here for the Redhounds, 3rd and 8 from the 25. He's looking, he's running, he's got some room, and he'll have first down yardage before being brought down out here. Number 59 for the Redhounds, and that's, I don't see if that's 59, or is that 58? That was 58, Jonathan Goforth. Yep. So that'd be a first down, Leslie County. Well, as I said, in that game now, you were trailing, but you were driving, and we don't know, but I think that, we will come back and win that game is what I think. That was your 8th grade squad, and just like this game that we played in this conference championship against Somerset Meese, which is always a battle between that group, and you won a hard-fought game here, 14-12 in the conference championship. Just give me your thoughts and tell the folks a little bit what you think about this 8th grade squad you've got.
Well, coming off a great 7th grade season, just an extraordinary season. And they are the state runner-up, state champion runner-up, and so they were coming off of the last season. We had huge expectations, high expectations, but again, we tried to, just kind of play that down and teach them that, you got to start over every year, and it's about building and fundamentals and that type of thing. And the kids have responded. They just came out, they've worked hard, they put themselves in a great position here, but it's due to hard work. They're great kids, and they've responded and done everything we've asked them to do this year.
Yeah, I mentioned as Leslie County hits for another first down on a pass play here. Whenever I talk about the middle school program, and not just because you're here, but talking to you, I say it when through the season when I talk about the middle school program. You and then Coach Foley, of course, your staff that you have, I think you guys do such a tremendous job. I think that when we went back to the youth program that we have now, I think that infused a lot more talent into the system. But, at the 7th grade, I think Coach Foley does a great job of putting them kids together and making a team.
Absolutely.
And then when they step up into the 8th grade, as there's an interception right there, and back to the 48-yard line, that's number 13. That's Dylan Reed on the interception for the Redhounds. And the Redhounds will take over. But when they step up into the 8th grade, I mean, just it's evident with this team here. As you said, they were state runner-up last year. Now you have them as an 8th grade unit, and they've not missed a beat. And I would say that they improved.
Oh, yeah.
They've improved, and that's coaching. And I just think you guys do a phenomenal job with that. And, I always want to give you guys credit for what you do.
We appreciate that, Randy. I think you said we're great coaching. I think it comes with great kids. I really do. And our talent pool has increased, like you talked about, with the infusion of the Little League program.
Yeah.
And then we've really seen the dividends from that.
Roman Mitchell throwing the interception, so Leslie County will turn it back around the other way. I like to say, the whole middle school program, I think it just works. You guys do a great job. Talk a little bit about Coach Foley. And he's been with you for a while.
He has, right. Coach Foley's my right-hand man. He's a class individual. He's all about this program and all about the kids. And I couldn't personally, I couldn't design a better guy to be part of this program and just an integral part of this Redhound football program, middle school. It's just he's tremendous. He's there every day. He's the guy that'll do anything that you ask him to do for this program, and he would bend over backwards for any kid. He'd do whatever it takes to take care of the needs of these kids, and he's tremendous, class individual.
This group that you have, speaking together as a 7th grade and 8th grade unit, how do you think that these two combined now, how do they rate over the years? Do you think this is one of the better ones?
Yeah, this is we had two really nice groups in 03 and 04, and we always talked about what those groups, what that group would be on the field, and that was the senior class last year, and just did tremendous things, and I don't see this being, this is about even Steven, I guess you could say, just really deep at each position, and just quality athletic kids that you just couldn't prescribe any better, and they've shown up, like we said, they've responded, and they've improved. A lot of times they'll take teams and they'll get content with some success, but this group, like you said, they've worked hard, and I believe there's been much improvement.
When we played, I'm going to ask you this from your memory, because you'll know, but I'm pretty sure your 8th grade squad, when they played last year at state, Derek Woolham, he didn't play, did he?
He was out. He had broken in the semifinal of the conference semifinal. He had broken a bone in his upper wrist, or actually his upper forearm.
Right.
And that put him out, and so he was out. And actually, James Lundy, our starting left tackle, he was out as well. So.
That's right. So going into this playoff, you've got those two guys out there. Ooh, almost intercepted there by Caleb Watkins. And the Redhounds, I believe, if I've not lost track, are going to take over on downs right here, 1st and 10 at 7:01 mark. With those two guys, now they're healthy as you're going into the playoffs, and you have to feel pretty good about your chances, don't you?
Yeah, I kind of like the conference championship game Tuesday night. We really felt like we had an advantage by having just a full, healthy squad, and we felt like that we were able to match up with anybody, and that's the way we feel about going into the state playoff. That we really feel good about our chances because we are healthy right now.
Wide open, Matthew Taylor. Roman Mitchell hits him down there, and that'll be a 1st down Redhounds. Well, two other things I want to ask you about, and then I'll let you go, Coach. I'm going to back up just a little bit. I do want to ask you about that this rivalry, if you will, between Somerset and Corbin, the Meese kids with us, and I've seen it. I'm talking in particular about your 8th grade team, because last year, of course, we beat them on the road, and then we lost to them in the conference championship. As Ryan Fritz goes into the end zone, no flags, touchdown Redhounds. Ryan Fritz on the carry. That's about a 17-yard touchdown run for Fritz, and the Redhounds go up 36-8 now at the 6:41 mark. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. As we had some technical difficulties, doesn't happen too often for us, but the extra point was good, and it's 37-8 Redhounds. Coach, the two things I wanted to ask you when I was just about to ask you there, the Meese team, and we're talking about your 8th grade squad. Last year we beat them on the road, and then we lost to them in the conference finals, and then you have beat them twice this year, but those games have all been some
they're
great games.
Yeah, it's I said the other night, as far as putting two teams down and making an even match, you just about player by player, position by position, just about couldn't put it down any better as far as a competitive game. And it's a chess match every time we play. Yeah. And I've coached against Max Messenwar over there for 13 years, and it's a battle every time we've ever lined up and played. And he's a class guy, and he came over and just talked about what a great rivalry it is, and how this year's been just nothing different. Continue to be such a.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think in the first game that we played, is Roman Mitchell kicks to Leslie County fielded about the 20, 25, 30, looking and going down around the 33, 34-yard line. The Leslie County ball carrier, and I believe that's number 44 for the Redhounds. That's Luke Osborne leading the way on the tackle. Yeah, those games have been fantastic. I think the game we played here in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken, I think Taylor Waddle intercepted a pass down there, about 97, 98 yards he ran back.
It was a 96-yard.
And that was I think the winning.
It was.
It turned out to be the winning score.
We scored early on a Derek Woolen touchdown run, and then the next score, the last score in the game was Taylor's run back off the interception.
And I mentioned that because it just seems like when them teams plays that, it's just a big play here and there that will be the difference. And the good thing about it is those 7th and 8th grade teams, we've played them 4 times, and 3 of those games we made more than they did.
That's right. And that's been the difference.
Yeah.
That's been the difference. We've been on the right end of the big plays.
Yeah.
They've worked to our advantage this year, for sure.
The one thing I want to talk to you about, and then we'll let you go, is just for our any fans that may be tuning into this next week on RBS Channel 18, and hopefully we'll have a W in the books here as you play Southwest Pulaski tomorrow morning at Union College, and 7th grade will be playing Jackson County.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll have wins in the books, but it could, as big play right there, is that Aaron Mans?
Yes.
Number 81 on the tackle, on the sack. Big one right there. For the fans that may be tuning in next week watching this, could you give us just a summary and tell them what this is all about, the state playoffs for the middle school championship?
Yeah, they've done a great job, Randy. They've put this thing together. State, a couple guys got it started last year. It started kind of small last year with 8 teams in both divisions, 7th grade division, 8th grade division. This year it's expanded into a 32-team 8th grade division. You've got to win or be the top seed of your conference to qualify for the most part. They're just a great situation. It's structured a lot like the high school playoff systems, where you've got to be in a class, depending on your enrollment, and they've put it together, and it's just tremendous. The big division, the big school division, which we are in, we're just over the limit, and put us in the big school division. It's made up of 32 teams in a tournament. There's a small school 8th grade division made up of 16 teams, which Meese will be participating in, Glasgow, some of the teams we played this year, and then a 7th grade division made up of 16 teams. So it's just tremendous for the kids. It gives us something really to shoot for, and it gives them a good taste for what they're going to enter into in their high school career.
There's a punt, and that's Caleb Watkins fielding about the 48-yard line. He's down all the way to about the 30, maybe inside the 30, and looks like they'll mark him at the 30. Where to be 1st and 10 Redhounds. Yeah, well, I thought last year, Coach, when this came about, I thought, just like you said, I thought this is something really good because it will get these kids, give them a goal to shoot for,
right.
And they get that feel for what it's going to be like when they step up here on Friday nights,
sure do.
And playing for the big show.
Yeah.
And I remember last year, 7th grade squad, this year 8th grade squad, I think they participated in the very first game be played.
They did.
And won that one. I think, was that Morgan County?
It was Morgan County, and had to have a goal line stand to win, and just
Ben House into the end zone on a 30-yard touchdown pass from Roman Mitchell. The Redhounds now go up 43-8. So this 8th grade group, not to take anything away from Coach Foley's group, because he's got an outstanding team there, and I think he's got an excellent shot.
He does.
But the 8th grade team you've got, I think, also a good shot because they've been there and they have a little experience with it. Yeah. And so I tell you, I'm glad you stopped by. We had time because this game's sort of...
Yeah, well, I sure appreciate you guys have been tremendous supporting us and traveling with us and filming and just not a lot of communities do this type of thing, and it just shows you one more reason why it's special here in Corbin. Not only the coach, but to be a member of this community and be involved with these kids in this program.
Well, and I want to say that every kid on that team, we know that they all have a part in that. A lot of times sometimes we don't mention some of the kids, especially those linemen. They don't get a lot of notoriety.
Yeah.
But, you know, we talk about Derek Willem, and he's a special kid. But, you know, he's got some guys up front that are opening up some holes.
Those unsung heroes.
And
sure.
Every kid has a part in it.
Yeah.
And so, again, Coach, thanks for stopping by. And, of course, I'll be there with you tomorrow morning. And good luck. And hope you and Coach Foley both are able to win. And wouldn't it be great if we could bring 2 championships back?
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we've got a shot.
Yeah, man.
Thanks a lot, Brent.
Appreciate it, Ring. Okay.
Hey, Coach, before you're gone, I saw a real fine article written by a lady by the name of Jenny Lou Jackson that touted, you know, some good traits about this man here. And, you know, I guess it also we should remind everybody, or you would remind everybody, that behind every good man's a good lady.
I was getting ready to take the words right out of your mouth.
And she wrote a real fine article. I just wanted to mention that.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thanks, bud. Well, Mike, I apologize there. We ran a little long, but I enjoyed doing that with Coach Jackson. Hopefully some of our fans next week will be watching RBS 18, and they'll get to find out a little bit about the middle school program.
33 Okuma on the kickoff there. Corbin leading 44-8 at this point. Third quarter, 5:19 remaining. And Leslie County will take over at, looks like, the 29-yard line, maybe the 30. Going to mark it at the 30-yard line.
And Jason Snell over there, I think he's gathering his thoughts.
Yeah, he was telling us a little bit about after being in the Army, he considered a career in the Navy.
I think that'd be very interesting.
We'll get into that next week.
Yeah, part 2.
All right, so Corbin up by 36 points here. Leslie incomplete.
Whoa!
That was the tip drill there.
That was. Who was it? Number 22 there for the Redhounds, Derek Mahan. He was the last man on the line there. About 3 of them got a finger on it, looks like.
Now, I was able to run and get a hot dog and a slice of pizza and a Pepsi while you did your interview there, so I thank you for that.
An ice cold Pepsi, a hot dog, and Redhound football.
Now, I had hot chocolate earlier, and they had good hot chocolate. It was good.
Boy, that sounds like a good Friday night, Mike.
Throw to the left. There's a receiver there. He's got a little bit of separation, but it looks like it's out of bounds. Incomplete. That was their 2nd and 10 play. Bring up 3rd and 10.
As we work through this, the remainder of the game here, I'll take opportunities and I'll mention about our corporate sponsors here.
Another pass to the right. The man is there, but it's out of bounds, incomplete. The receiver for Leslie County wipes out one of the Leslie County players on the sideline, and then they go into the water table in the water. They might have that water table a little too far out there.
Yeah, I think I'd have that sitting back. Let's mention Angela Morris, Doctor of Audiology at Southeast Kentucky Audiology.
Say it again, I didn't hear you.
There, you got me. You got me. She's located on Falls Highway, and 528-9993 is the number to schedule an appointment.
What's her number? I may need it.
Oh, where'd that?
Low weird kick there.
Yes, it was. I was looking to the air.
It's going to die at about the 48-yard line. Corbin will take over on the Leslie County side of the 50. 4 minutes, 51 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Corbin with a 36-point lead. Now, reflecting back on the predictions before the game, we're narrowing in on some of those.
Well, looks like I'm out of the running here. Right, if it was to end right here now, I'm pretty close.
Yeah.
At 44-12, but I believe I'm going to be knocked out of this.
Well, a lot of substitutions going on right now. We may come in close to this score. Let's see. Okay, 26 Taylor is going to take the snaps from quarterback.
Bluegrass Medical Center, another fine sponsor of Redhound Productions, located on Falls Highway in Corbin and in Williamsburg on Highway 25 South.
Get your flu shots there.
You can call 523-5402 to do that, Mike.
Well, I got the seasonal flu shot. Now I'm waiting for the H1N1 to become available.
Yeah, I've had my flu shot also.
Is that Ken Woods with the ball? Let me see that again. 10 Mason Woods with the carry. He had a carry, I think, last week or the week before. A couple of them.
I see he's been penciled in on the roster.
Yeah, when they typed this one up, it was in the paper. They didn't get him on there, but he shows up in our stats.
Well, they stuff him right there.
Mason Woods had 2 carries for 25 yards a week or 2 ago. Penalty flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to go against the Redhounds.
Personal foul against Leslie is signaled there.
Ooh.
Make it a first down for Corbin. I'll give props to Henry Buddy Martin. About once a game, well, maybe not once a game, once in a while during the season, usually in a hotly contested game when a penalty flag is thrown against the other team, he'll holler out, "Same old Leslie County, can't play by the rules." So I'll just echo that. And he always would just have the right timing for that in a game. So I'll give props to Buddy on that. Ben Hoover with the ball. He gets about a yard or 2. Second and about 9. We're down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, third quarter. The clock ticks.
These ladies down here in front of us, Mike, I tell you.
I'm gonna give them the headset. I think we need to get some of that on the air if it's not getting picked up. Jason will have to do some editing though. Or somebody.
Oh my. Well, I guess, maybe they drove all the way over here.
Yeah, he never has to beep us, but I don't know, that group there.
Oh goodness.
Ken Mason Woods carried the ball. I believe in at fullback was 33. Okuma? No. One of the younger players in there in the running back spot. I think Chad Vermillion, 36, was in on that play.
Woods went just across the 25.
There's that 32 in the backfield for Corbin, and that would be Alex Wynn. That's who that is. Ken Woods with the ball, and he's got a tackler almost as quickly as he had the ball. Fourth down. Still a little bit of a crowd left here on this cold, wet night, but they are quiet.
Yes, they are. Well, Redhounds have had this one in control since very early.
Yeah, well, we may need to start bringing some cowbells and some air horns. Matthew Taylor keeps, gets around the left side, first down, then some. They're marking about the 13-yard line. Good carry there by Matthew. Yeah, if you had some cowbells and some air horns over there, there'd be at least a little noise. The music boosters are selling some nice gift items over there tonight. It looks like they've taken their tent down and fled for home, but I've got some Thirsty Stone coasters that have Redhound and football helmets and whatnot. I'm going to give those as a Christmas gift, I think, to a young man who's on the team here.
What else did they have over there, Mike? Anything else?
Decals and key chains with Redhound logos and quite a few things there. They'll probably be back next week. 32 win with the carry. Has some yardage. He's down to about the 8-yard line.
Redhounds are threatening with 50 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Second and about 7.
I better mention the Elks Lodge, Tri-County Elks Lodge, number 2826, Mike. They're located on North Main Street, and 523-1076 is their number if you'd be interested in joining.
Now, I've gone by and I can see people in there, and it looks like it's a very nice looking place. Looks like you can go in and get a bite to eat if you're a member there. 10, Mason Woods with the carry. They're at 207 North Main Street, downtown Corbin. Call 523-1076.
And then let's also mention, again, the football packages. $50 for the 7th or 8th grade package, $60 for the high school package at this time. There will be one more price increase in November, and if you're interested in ordering that, 528-4067 Redhound Productions. You can talk to Michelle Payne, and she'll take care of you.
And the end of the third quarter has arrived. 44-8, Corbin leading. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action. And we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. Corbin with the ball. Third down. Goal from the 7-yard line. Alex Wynn with the carry. He gets to about the 8. Actually, apparently we can just barely get a first down without going in. So I was wrong on that. That was this 3rd and 7. Now it's about 4th and 7. I thought we were the goal. But looks like we can get down about the 1 or so or 2 and get a first down.
Watch the sweep, she said.
.32 win up the middle, ball loose. Leslie County comes up with it, and I think on the fumble, Leslie County recovers. Let's see, the officials are going to confer. That's what's happened. We've had a fumble. Leslie County came up with it. So the score will remain 44-8 for the time being. 10 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. The clock is moving, and we've had a change of possession. Are we? I don't know that we went to continuous run yet.
We're not.
I thought on change of possession, usually the clock would stop.
Oh, yeah, it should, yeah. Are we at that point? I don't think we are we?
No, I think the officials just let it run.
Well, you know, Leslie County may have asked for that.
Possibly, you may be right. Good carry up there off tackle for Leslie. He's up to about the 11.
.950 mark.
Like 2nd and about 6 or 7 to go.
Excuse me, I may have been picked up there yawning.
No.
This has been almost a snoozer, hasn't it?
Well, it's just aside from the people protesting some of the calls by the officials, it has not been a very enthusiastic crowd.
No, this is one of the quietest games, I guess, that we've done.
And I'm going to have to come back. I think when the band is not here, it hurts.
I think so. I agree. I tell you, Mike, drums. If we didn't have anything but drums over there, I really think that makes the atmosphere.
And with 9 minutes left in the game, the concession stand is closed. The door is down.
Oh, my goodness. It is, isn't it?
Maybe they ran out of food.
Well.
Or maybe they're going home early. All right.
Nothing going there.
Try to get the number on our tackler there who got the man in the backfield. It may have, in fact, been 38.
That would have been Brandon Nance.
And the PA announcer says Brandon Nance on the tackle.
I don't know. I'll check right here.
Loss on the play makes it 2nd and 11.
Well, I don't know, Mike. I was very concerned there a few moments ago. Right now, I'm starting to be a little more confident. Although the Redhounds put 44 on the board, I'm pretty close.
Yeah, you're looking good right now.
Oh.
Ball's loose. Quarterback covers it. Loss on the play, back to the 10. That'll make it 3rd and about 15 to go. Maybe 16. 3rd and 15. Clock continues to run down to 7:39 and running. 38 Nance back in. I'd say temperature's what, upper 40s?
As I came over, I looked at the thermometer, outside thermometer on the car, and it was 45 degrees. That was around 7 o'clock.
And it has cooled some during the game. Big rush put on the quarterback, but he gets the throw out.
Hits his man, didn't he?
And the official signals it's a catch. It's going to get it up to about the 35-yard line, I believe.
Clock continues to run, so.
83 Hensley on the reception, all the way up to the 36-yard line. First and 10 for Leslie. Corbin with the 36-point lead, though. Got the receiver there. Almost. Oh. Number 17 came in for Corbin.
Tommy Bailey.
3rd down. Well, maybe it's 2nd down. Did I jump it down there? Apparently I did. 2nd and 10. '88 Metzger in it, right in. One of our Redhounds a little banged up, or maybe he's just stuck in the mud. No, I think his shoulder might be bothering him. 38 Nance. Might have got a stinger there or something. Well, he's holding himself. He might have a stinger. Let's hope that's all it is. Although those can be a real problem when you get those.
.458, clock running. He's got a man. Oh, intercepted.
Number 10, Mason Woods, comes up with the ball for Corbin in an odd play. Good run back underway. Now the question I had
He's
was,
still on his feet.
Mason's a good runner. We've seen him run with the ball before. There is a penalty flag now at the 40. We have a receiver who I think is just simply frustrated, laying at the 30.
Yeah, I think so.
That he had the ball for a second or two, or split second, and it jumped out of his hands, and Mason Woods came in. Let's see what the penalty flag is.
Looked like it was going against Leslie, Kenny. I think it's the way he was pointing.
Well, another possibility could be on the run back.
Oh, well, he's bringing it.
Corbin might have a blocking penalty on the run back, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like he's bringing it back.
But we should keep possession. That would be a post-possession change.
Well, that referee, I'm assuming that he is hurt, but it's just quite odd to see an official out there that is barely able to move, it looks like.
Yeah, he's really limping. We've seen him in the past, and he was able to run in the past, but he must have a health problem. I think I've also seen the same gentleman. He does basketball games.
Oh, yeah?
He's going to have a hard time doing basketball. Which, you know, he could have like a toe injury, and that could make you, but his looks more like a knee or a hip.
Well, you know, I had turf toe, Mike Goforth, just a couple of years ago. It was like July, 1st August, right when football was getting ready to start. And my young sons, they were wanting me to throw some football with them, so I was actually standing on the cement driveway, and I would, you know, be the quarterback, and I would say hike, and I would turn and hand it off, let them run, or I might drop back, throw them pass. One of my boys, as I turned, ran over me. It was Cody, my 8th grader. And I tell you what, I have a new respect. Whenever I would hear them talk about athletes with the turf toe, I went to the doctor, and he said, I believe the correct medical term is plantar fasciitis. And I said, what's that? And he said, turf toe. I used to always make fun of Deion Sanders.
But it gave you quite a time, very difficult to
very slow to heal. And, you know, weeks and weeks later, Mike, it was still giving me trouble. Yeah, really hurt.
Corbin takes over, 1st and 10. Number 5 for Corbin takes the snap and rolls out to the right, running for his life, and gets some forward yardage
That's
there.
Hunter Grubb.
Freshman. I'm not sure. That sort of looked like a busted play, but maybe that's the way it was supposed to go.
Well, I do know from being over here one evening with the middle school, there was a freshman game prior to our middle school games, and Hunter is the freshman and maybe even the JV quarterback.
2nd and 2. Two minutes, 58 seconds. Clock ticking. Corbin 44, Leslie 8. 29 with the carry for Corbin.
Oh, watch out. Nice runner right there.
Grant Grigsby.
Freshman. Well, Mike, we missed Big Blue Madness.
Yeah, that's tonight at Rupp Arena.
Yes.
Calipari's
I tell you what, Mike.
debut.
Towards the end of the Tubby years, I just became a little bit disenchanted with, not that I, didn't continue to root for the Wildcats, but I just got to where I wasn't into it like I used to, but I'm catching the fire.
The tempo slowed down under the Tubby Smith era. I mean, he still was a successful coach and a good man. Ran a good program, but
watch out.
Our ranking, we were not consistently top 10 or top 20 in the last couple of years at Tubby Smith, and I think that created a lot of pressure to try to get back up in the top 10. Billy Gillespie's was a tenure that was a misadventure at best.
Yes.
He had a rather different personality. I see that UK is going to be paying a little over $3 million in damages due to the early termination of his contract. They reached a settlement of his suit. Now, that I don't think that Mitch Barnhart and Lee Todd, Mitch Barnhart's the athletic director of UK, I don't think they handled contract talks very well with Gillespie. What do they have, a memorandum of understanding on a napkin or something?
Yeah, that I never will fully understand that. But I tell you what, I am very excited about this Kentucky basketball team.
We're down to 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the game. It's 2nd down and 10. Corbin, Hunter Grubb at quarterbacks get in the play.
50 seconds.
Well, Randy, your prediction that 42-12 looks fairly close.
It does, doesn't it? Let's see, I guess if we took the difference in points on both sides, either way, that's 2 points and 4 is 6 points. And that would be 1. That would be 11 points difference for Jason.
20 seconds left in the game.
And 25 points difference for you.
Yeah,
I was within 6 points.
Yeah.
Well, if they don't
Mason
score.
Woods, or who is that?
and they're not going to score. So I take the honors this week.
The carry was by 40, Nick Mills, and that'll end the game. 44-8. Corbin prevails. Randy, take us to the house.
Well, Mike, we did a lot of talking here tonight, but it wasn't much about the football game. As Redhounds had this one under control from the get-go. Sound beating of the Eagles. 44-8 is the final score. Redhounds on top of the Eagles. This is a district game, so it's a big win. And I guess the good thing about this, we come out, as far as we can tell, injury-free, and we got a lot of the young kids some playing time. So the Redhounds next week will be in action against the Yellow Jackets of Middlesboro, a big district matchup right here at Campbell Field. But tonight, the final score, 44-8 Redhounds. For Mike Goforth, my partner, and Jason Snow, my camera guy here, I'm Randy McCarg, and we'll be back with Redhound football next week on RBS Channel 18.